Good morning and welcome to BonVoyage Elite. Today, I'm going to explain to you about a fantastic club that circumnavigates the world in over 190 countries that enables anyone to take a vacation like a movie star for prices so low they cannot be advertised anywhere on earth. BonVoyage Elite is a one-of-a-kind private travel club that makes it possible for its members to vacation in 3-, 4-, and 5-star resorts in some of the most exotic and some of the most sought-after vacation destinations on planet Earth. Now, the way it works is very simple. BonVoyage Elite offers to our members a 60 to 90% discount on hotels and resorts in most vacation destinations that you'd like to go to. Whether you'd like to go to the Greek islands, the Mediterranean, whether you want to go to South America, Paris, or Germany, Zimbabwe, Asia, Cancun, all over Europe, South Africa, London, even African safaris. All is possible with BonVoyage. Now, the way it works when you're a member, you go to our website, which is BonVoyageElite.com. When you're on BonVoyageElite.com, you'll notice that we have our own concierge for our members that work exclusively for our members. We'll talk more about that later. We have cruises that we can get you on at incredible prices, condos, hotels, and vacations wherever it is that you'd like to go. As a member, you have a private portal that you have access to only through what we call a BonVoyage number. And when you're accessing this private portal, that's going to get you into our database. Our database of hotels and resorts is the largest in the world. No one has anything even close. I'll talk more about that as well. When you go to BV Elite Vacation, you'll notice that we have a lot of package deals. And when you click on the package deals, every single day we'll have package deals that we will offer to our members. Each one of these package deals that we offer to our members, all you have to do is click on it and you can get it for your family. You want to go to Las Vegas, you want to go to Orlando, if you'd like to go to Hawaii, you want to go on a cruise. Many of these package deals include food and beverage. So, and sometimes there's things like his and her massages, there's like cruises, there's water sports included. So you just kind of have to go down through them to find what it is that you're looking for. There's also really great deals on cruises as well on our special deals. Now, if you look up at the top, what your dick's going to click on usually is condos. Most of our members like to vacation in resorts, probably 80 or 90% of them, as opposed to just a hotel room. When you're going and wanting to stay with us in our condos and so forth, when you click on that, the very best deal that BonVoyage offers to its members is what we call Hot Weeks. Every single week, there will be between 25 and 50 Hot Weeks that we offer. Now, these are the lowest price packages that we have from around the world. So when you look at the Hot Weeks, you can actually get a Hot Week for $100 in a 5-star, 4-star, or a 3-star resort, $12 a night, because these are for 8 days and 7 nights. And you can stay for $100. This is incredible. Nobody matches these kinds of prices. However, you have to remember, these are first come, first serve. So every Thursday in the morning when these comes out, if you find something that you really would like to go, let's say you want to go to Puerto Vallarta, and you want to stay in Puerto Vallarta, you can go and stay in Puerto Vallarta and stay there for $100 for the entire week. Now, the next best deal that we have, is called 60 Days Out. Now, on our 60 Days Out deal, here's how it works. All you have to do is just click it and book it. We have between 2,500 and 3,000 deals every single solitary couple of weeks that we put out. And this is if you're going on a vacation in the next 60 days time frame. So if you want to take a vacation in the next 60 days time frame, all you have to do is click it and you own it. These deals are also incredibly low. They start usually about $250, and they average between $250 and around $600 in really great hotels. Now, when you're ready, if you don't find anything in the hot weeks and you don't find anything in 60 days out, that's when you go directly into the database itself. Now, our database is incredibly large. Over 2 million weeks a year are available. It's actually closer to 3 million in over 190 countries. Over 200,000 total properties is what we're dealing with here. Now, the significance of that, when you compare that to, let's say, the largest timeshare that there is right now, the largest timeshare out there right now, RCI, they have like 6,400 total resorts. We have over 200,000 for you to choose from. Huge, huge difference. Now, when you're wanting to go someplace specific, let's say you want to take the kids down to Disney World, you would get into the database, you would choose where or what region of the world you'd like to go to. You'd put the month that you'd like to go there, and you simply push search. That will bring up all the resorts that we have, the weeks that we have in that particular area. All you would do then is you would click on whichever one that you like. Let's say you wanted to stay at a Wyndham, the Cypress Palms. You would double-click on that, and when you double-click on that, it's going to bring up more information on that hotel. It's going to show you what the outside of the hotel looks like. It's going to show you what your actual condominium or suite would look like, or a bungalow if you're staying in a bungalow would look like. It's going to tell you everything there is at that resort or that hotel for you to do at the property. It's then going to be able to show you what is close by, so how far you are from the ocean or the airport or wherever it is that you're wanting to go. With BonVoyage Elite, there is absolutely no questions left in your mind before you go on vacation, like what's the room look like, what's going to be there, what the cost is going to be. All of that is dealt with up front. Now, we also do the same cruises. With our cruises, we have cruises that are listed on the website under cruises. However, the best way to get the best deal on cruises is to go directly to the concierge, because cruises give all sorts of discounts that if you book from the website, you won't get or be able to take advantage of. A lot of times if you cruised before, there's a discount. If you're a school teacher, if you're a fireman, there's discounts for that. If you're over 50 years old, there's discounts for that. A lot of people don't realize that all these discounts are available, so you have to make sure that all of them are applied to your price. So always go through a concierge when you're booking your cruises. The resorts that we have in our system are some of the finest resorts in the world. And if you want to go to a resort that's not in our system, our concierge will be able to find you the lowest available price to get you to that resort as well. And remember, our concierge work for free. There are no fees that you get charged by our concierge. They don't work for the airline. They don't work for the hotels. They are not travel agents. They work exclusively for BonVoyage members. So if you can imagine it, we can make it happen for you, and there's no additional fee in making it happen for you at all. So what's all this cost? What's it cost to be a member of BonVoyage? That's the most amazing part of all of this. You know, there are memberships out there with the same kind of a database that sell for $10,000 and $12,000, some as low as $5,000 or $3,500. But with BonVoyage, we have a one-time fee of $287, which is a lifetime fee, which means, believe it or not, we have no monthly payments at all. There are no annual payments at all. That's it. For the cost of a nice suit jacket or a pantsuit or 2 dinner tickets in Vegas or maybe a show in Vegas, that's it, a pair of shoes. For $287, you can vacation like a movie star for the rest of your life with a family in luxury, some of the finest hotels and resorts in the world. Absolutely awesome. Okay, now we're also talking about cruises as well. Now, I know a lot of people, we have a global recession. We're going out here nationwide and globally as well. In this global recession, I know a lot of people are looking for home-based businesses. BonVoyage has a home-based business attached to it. How would you like to get into the largest industry in the world, travel and vacation for a living, and that will become your job? With BonVoyage, that's possible. We have people all over the world that work for the company, and all they do is simply talk about BonVoyage. Now let me explain why that is so lucrative. Do you know that if you start a conversation about BonVoyage Elite, 50% of the time it ends in the person that you're talking to becoming a new member. Now, let's talk about why that is. Well, believe it or not, our compensation plan, when you want to get involved with BonVoyage, here's how it works. As a representative of the company, if you go out and talk to someone, they decide to become a member, they're going to invest $287. They're going to become a new member. As a new member, you make $100 when they get involved, instantly. So you don't get paid once a month like most networking or MLM companies or your job that pays you every week or every 2 weeks. With BonVoyage, you get paid instantly into your back office. You bring in another individual, you make another $100. And when you bring in your third individual, you have completed what we call a wave set or a wave sequence. When you complete a wave sequence, you now make a $200 bonus. So, believe it or not, you introduce 3 people to BonVoyage. They get excited about being able to take these kinds of vacations. For these places, they join, you make $500. $500 just bringing in 3 people. And you can do it over and over and over again. That's 6 people, that's $1,000. Okay, 9 people, that's $1,500. And it doesn't stop there, because the wave progression works like this. Let's say you bring in Jim and you make $100. Well, let's say Jim's the only person that you bring in. If Jim goes out and gets 3 people, he's going to make $500. But we pay what's called a leadership bonus for you for training Jim. So when you train Jim to get 3 people, and he does that, he's going to return to you and come back to your wave sequence, taking a spot on your wave and getting for you another $100. Now, if he does it again, which most people do, Jim has now made $1,000, but he's also returned to you a second time on your wave. So Jim's actually taken up every spot on your wave. So you've now made $300 off the one guy that you brought in, Jim, which means that you qualify for your wave completion bonus. Jim made $1,000, but you made $500. I hope everybody understands the significance of that, and the almighty power that's invested here. Do you realize that that means that somebody coming into your first position in BonVoyage, taking up the first slot in your wave, you make 50% on that person's income. They made $10,000 this month, you made $5. They make $100,000, you make $50. That's exciting. It doesn't stop there. At 50%, that's a lot of money. But let's say that the last person that came in, that took the third slot, you don't make 50% on that person. But they have to go out and get 9 people in order for the same thing to happen. But that's still a 33% commission on that individual. So hypothetically, if they made $10,000, the least amount of money that you're going to make off of somebody that you bring in that makes $10,000 this month or the next 3 months, the least amount of money that you would make in an override is $3,300. The most you might possibly make could be as much as $5,000. That's exciting, and a lot of people think so, because you don't need a lot of people in BonVoyage to make a lot of money. Now, when you start to look at the way this thing breaks out and the way that you get paid and the completion bonus and the small number of people that it takes to make the kind of money that we're talking about, if you just get 3 to duplicate your effort, if you get 3 to get 3, when that happens, you've made $1,000. And you make $1,000 over and over and over again, especially when you start to consider the leadership bonuses that come with them. So you could bring in 3 people a week during the course of a month. Bringing in 3 people a week who go out and get 3 each, that's $1,000 each every week that you can bring in. And many, many, many of our folks do that. And I'm talking about the people that we have working BonVoyage in their part-time or spare time. People doing BonVoyage full-time generate a very serious amount of money, as you might imagine, because it begins to stack up the more people that you have. The more people that you have, the more money that you make. Stop and think about it. If you don't do BonVoyage, what are the only other 2 options? The one other option is to go out and buy a timeshare. Average price, $15,000 to $30,000. In fact, I Googled it. It says the average price of the timeshare now is $19,000. plus $600 a year in a maintenance fee, whether you go on vacation or not, and good luck trying to get where you're wanting to go. You know, around the world, BonVoyage is known as the global alternative to timeshare ownership. It's a much wiser investment. You don't have any monthly fees. You don't have any annual maintenance fees. You're not paying 20 grand to find a place, and you're able to go to over 200,000 resorts. The other alternative, of course, is if you went out and got a hotel room with 2 beds and a TV set or a nice room or what have you. What's the average cost? Right now for a 3-star, you're looking at $159 every single night. Sometimes we can put you in hotels for an entire week for that amount of money. So there is no comparison. If you're looking for a home, if you're looking for a business to get into, let me suggest to you that there is absolutely none bigger or better. There certainly is none bigger. Right now, travel and tourism is an $8 trillion a year industry. $8 trillion. Nothing is bigger. Not food, not pharmaceuticals, not gas and oil. You could put them together, and they're not as huge as the vacation and travel industry, and it's getting bigger every year. We're growing at a rate of 14%, especially now since China and Asia and India are starting to have a third or a middle class. So it's beginning to get huge in our industry. Now, I Googled a little statistic here, and I want to show it to you now because I believe it's significant and it's important, and it's important to understand it. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 97% of all working Americans make less than $53,000 a year in income. Make less than $53,000. 97%. That means only 3% of all the people in the United States that have a job make more than 53 grand a year. Now, here's the significance and why I think you find this interesting. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, according to them, with the same time and effort that you give a job, a job, okay, 40-hour work week, you are 5 times, not my numbers, their numbers. They express that you are 5 times more likely to earn $100,000 a year if you're in a network marketing company. 5 times more likely. And in this kind of a business with this type of a product, which everybody gravitates to, which everybody loves to talk about, more so than face cream or an energy drink or a weight loss pill or something of that nature, where the FDA has to get involved, everybody wants to talk about vacation. A lot of people don't have the time to take them. A lot of people don't have the money to take them. Now, if we can make them money, they'll have the time and certainly have the money to go on these kinds of vacations from $100 to $500 to pay to stay in a 5-star resort for an entire week. Travel and tourism, according to the Wall Street Journal, is the oil business of the 21st century. You couldn't find a safer harbor or a better home for your future than getting involved in a business like this. Now, another part of it is, do you realize if you're working for a W-2 right now, if you're on a salary right now, you have in this country, in the United States, I can't speak for other countries, there's too many on the line right now, but do you realize that if you have a home-based business, you have hundreds of write-offs that you don't normally have if you're on a salary? In fact, our government has almost eliminated every kind of a write-off if you're working on a salary right now, except for your home interest is about the only thing that's left. But when you have a home-based business, especially when you only paid a couple $100s to become a home-based business with, everything now becomes deductible, okay? Your parking, your toll bridges, everything you do, okay, your dry cleaning is now part of you earning the living, even if you don't make any money at all, believe it or not. Even if you don't make any money at all, it's all deductible. You know, you want to go on vacation, you want to fly to Hawaii, it's for free because it's completely deductible. You're going to be able to write it off of your income tax. Because everywhere you go now, it's business, because you talk about BonVoyage there. This is huge over time. It's huge. It's going to make you money. In fact, if you'll notice the statistic down here, the average home-based business will and can deduct $8,000 to $15,000 a year in legitimate IRS deduction. That's certainly worth an investment of $287, wouldn't you think? Now, here's another part of this business that is so attractive to so many people. And that's the fact that with BonVoyage, we don't have what other people feel is a ball and chain tied around their leg. We don't have any kind of monthly auto ship where you have to buy product and stick it in your garage, park your car outside all the time. You don't have this monkey on your back every single month where you've got to pay $200 a month to buy some face cream or energy drink or something. With BonVoyage, you have no monthly payments of any kind. In addition to that, we don't have any super complex marketing plan. I just explained our entire marketing plan to you in 2 slides. You can do the same on a bar napkin. Okay, you can get a 65-year-old woman to understand this and completely understand it in less than 3 or 4 minutes. And she will feel comfortable about going out and talking to someone else about it. That's huge, folks. Because most network marketing plans, they're 15 or 20 pages long. They'll take you 2 hours to understand, and even then you've got a brain full of spaghetti. A confused mind always says no. That's why so many people fail in the network marketing industry. They don't understand the marketing plan. They can't explain it to somebody. Somebody who's trying to learn it can't learn it because it's not explained properly. Now, another huge thing, we don't have any quotas. No quotas at all. We don't care if you make any sales this month or this year. We don't care how many people you bring into the business. We're in the vacation business. That means no stress. That means no pressure. That means no gun to your head. We don't care what you do if you do anything. It's completely up to you. You can get in just to take the vacations or maybe make some money when you're on a cruise every once in a while. And now here's the biggest bullet. Here's the 800-pound gorilla in the room when you start talking to other people about BonVoyage. You don't need what you need with other companies to make a lot of money with BonVoyage. Okay? With most companies, you get a percentage of the auto ship that they pay every month. So if somebody pays $200 a month or $150 a month, on average you'll get 75 cents to $3 of that auto ship that you make. So over time, you're able to make a ton of money. But that time is 4 or 5 years. We're in a recession. People need money right now. BonVoyage Elite was designed for people who need money right now. Let me show you why. You don't need thousands or hundreds of people. Think about this. In BonVoyage, if you just have 12 people that you brought in, that you're their sponsor, and those 12 people are not working the business full-time or part-time. They're only working it in their spare time. It's just a few hours a month. That's it. Because a lot of times that's all people have if they have a full-time job. So they're working it just a few hours a month, and they're only cycling, or they're only going through their wage set once. So assume this. You have 12 people, they cycle once. You make $2,000 a month in residual income. Now, when you compare that to other companies where you need 2,000 people, or at least 200 people, or 500 people to make anywhere near that kind of money on the normal override situation, you'll see how powerful this product and this company is when it comes to a compensation plan. It's huge, and it's very attractive. Plus, you're in the fun business. You get to talk about things that people enjoy. Okay, everybody thinks they got to go from the womb to the tomb in a Maserati. We get you slowed up enough to stop and smell the roses and enjoy life while you have life. This is one of the greatest things that you ever can experience for yourself and for your own family. It's one of the greatest Christmas presents or birthday presents that you could ever give to your siblings or to your parents or to your best friends or to your cousins or your business associates. You've never given a better gift than this. And just telling about them, other people about this is a gift because it's only $280. There's no barrier to entry for somebody to get into BonVoyage. So no matter where it is that you want to go, we can get you there and still have money in your pocket after you get there. That's the beautiful part of all of it. It's a wonderful, wonderful company. When you stop to evaluate everything that's here for the cost of a pair of shoes, $287, it's certainly worth getting involved. To become what we call an independent business owner where you can represent it to others is only $12 a year. Laughable. $12 a year, and you're able to talk about BonVoyage to people that you know. I guarantee you if you get into something like this, you're going to enjoy it for the rest of your life. There's no question about it. I really want you to get back together with whoever invited you to this seminar and say, listen, I'm in, what's the next step? Because if you don't do it today, realistically, you won't do it tomorrow, and you'll end up regretting it the next time you end up paying $200 or $150 a night for a hotel room somewhere with a bed and a cockroach and a TV set. You certainly will. It's a simple thing. You've spent more money on show tickets for a show in Vegas, and it was a one-time thing, and it's done. This is no money for what it really is. Okay? You and your family, you deserve something like this. The cruises, the hotels, the resorts, and most of all, the business opportunity in a way to make this kind of money, and not to mention the tax write-offs that we talked about as well. So I want to thank everybody for being on the call. Hopefully you see a tremendous value here and you choose to get on board and join our family and vacation the world with your family and enjoy it big time staying in 4- and 5-star resorts and hotels around the world. Until we meet again, everyone, bon voyage.